Gang, gang, gang. Mr. Know-It-All. Back with another week of the Mr. Know-It-All podcast. And this week, we're going to deep dive into systematic perceptions. You'll get what I'm talking about when you see it. Of course, Kellie Q and I are always going to give you your current events and all your goofy stuff. So get ready. Episode 149 is on its way. Go Birds.
Like it's all I know. Do 100 on the dash, yeah, that's all I know. Peace beside me, yeah, she bad, yeah, that's all I know. 24/7, I'm out here hustling in these streets. Like I ain't never, you know this shit ain't for the weak.
Nah.
Dolo when I ride, like it's all I know.
I know.
Cross me, I'ma slide, like
Yeah.
it's all I know.
Niggas think they know me, they don't know me at all. You really foolish if you think I climb this high and I fall. Been through everything they said would come and break me for sure. They closed the window, changed the lock, so I broke right through the door. And you should know by now, defeat is what you take it as. I've been in the lab to get a bag like it was Breaking Bad. I come with the toast and crack a shell and then I'm breaking fast. Mr. Know-It-All is here, so don't you change the station, man.
I get to the bag like it's all I know. In this farm moving fast like it's all I know. Do 100 on the dash, yeah, that's all I know.
The record button is hit. The record button is hit.
No, Jesus.
I don't even know. I don't know. How quick should I play? I don't know. I'm thinking to myself, how quick should I play the music? Because I'm not wearing this the entire time. YouTube is going to...
Okay, so just hurry up and play it and get it over with.
Yeah, YouTube is going to respect my gangster when we come out of the break, because you know I can't play the music on YouTube, so they're not even going to hear this part. This is only for those in the audio experience of, I got my shades on, I got my hat backwards, and I got a big-ass chain with an Eagles helmet on it.
I wear my pants down with love. That's the kind of girl I am.
Oh, that's what you did? That's how you felt? Man. Oh, man.
I don't know. I was watching something today on TikTok, and it was an interview somebody did with T-Boz, and they were talking about Left Eye's funeral. She was like this. Whitney Houston was at the funeral, calling to the gods.
Yeah.
She's like, and Suge Knight was at the funeral asleep. She's like, so disrespectful. He was asleep. She's like, I look back at it now as the craziest thing I've ever been to. She's like, but at the time, and she's like, she was fresh out the hospital. Like she got out the hospital 2 days before.
You said this is Gladys Knight that you're talking about?
No, T-Boz.
Oh, T-Boz.
Talking about
Okay.
Left Eye's funeral.
Right. But why did I hear
I
Gladys
don't know where you
Knight?
got Gladys Knight
What,
from.
really? You didn't say Gladys Knight at all?
No, I said Suge Knight.
Oh, yeah.
I said Suge Knight.
My fault. That was
Whitney
loud as shit.
Houston was, you know.
Yo, that is hilarious.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, at the funeral. She was like, it's just the craziest thing.
Whitney was definitely on some. I could see Whitney being the screamer, the wanting to jump in the casket ass.
Probably, that's my baby.
I love
That's
her.
my baby. I love my left eye.
All right, let me spin my little medley,
At
man.
least
Shit.
Lopez.
Fuck it. Oh. Yes, we are here. Everybody in listening land and in YouTube land, we are here. We are back in effect. Vest, mask, and attack. I know you always wonder what I was saying. It's an old Young Guns line. I love that line. It's a hell of a bar. I am Mr. Know-It-All for episode 149 of the Mr. Know-It-All podcast.
149.
One more. And to my left is Kellie Q, the diva, the Qster, in a lane of her own at all types of time. And as y'all can see, I got this thing around my neck right here. Why the fuck you got that?
Clarify for the people that's on the radio.
All right, pause. Yeah. What the? So listen, right? I'm wearing a giant chain. Like
Not a giant's chain.
No.
Just a giant chain.
Never that. This chain with a helmet at the bottom of it for the Philadelphia. Yo, that is crazy. You pause.
Watch what you say.
A Philadelphia Eagles football helmet at the bottom of it to represent my squad for killing
Fly
day 1 and day 2 of the draft, getting You might as well just call us the Philadelphia Bulldog Eagles now, because we got them. We got who we need to get. We got counted four national champions on our team. Two of them are multiple-time national champions. Might be all four of them. I have to relook at that. National champions. And two of them have already been to the Super Bowl. So guess what? It's only a matter of time, baby. The writing is on the wall. The Lombardi shall soon be with us. I'm foreshadowing. Remember that I said it. What's today's date? It is Saturday, April 29th. Oh, I got to hit my cousin.
At 12:23.
Yeah, hey, my cousin up. It's his birthday. Shout out to Reef. Happy birthday, T, cuz. I'm going to hit you up in a little bit later.
Happy birthday!
He's 45 today. He's always 5 years older than me, and I'm 40. So, that's how we always kept track. Kaheem will be 45 in July. So, that's,
What's Kaheem's birthday?
July 6th. Yeah. All right. Get with us on IG at Mr_KnowItAll_pod. The Facebook fan page, the Mr. Know-It-All Podcast fan page, Mr. Know-It-All Podcast on TikTok. And please, as always, send all of your fuckery, duckery, and schmuckery over to the Gmail account at MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. That's MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. So I'm rocking this thing here, and I got my glasses on because I'm as cool as a fan, but I'm be honest with you, this shit is mad uncomfortable, so I'm going to take this off. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, shit, now I got to take the hat off. I ain't got no haircut. I had to take the sunglasses off, too. Now I'm going to keep the sunglasses on because I'm feeling cool. I'm feeling cool today. My future is bright. Future is bright.
How bright is it?
Man,
Gotta wear shades.
it's about as bright as a light-skinned nigga standing on the sun eating ice cream cone. That's bright. It's about as bright as... Damn, is it going to stay?
No.
No, it's not going to stay. So unplug the mics. I don't know how that's going to work. Why you touch it like that?
Because I didn't want it to hit the mic.
Oh, all right, because you understand what it's about. Yeah, put it down there. I don't even know if the camera's picking that up. The camera might not even pick that portion of it up. But it's okay, because y'all seen it. Yeah. Y'all seen it. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who I am. Y'all know who I be. Y'all know how we get down. Fly, Eagles, fly. As always. Now we here for the portion of the ketchup. Not mustard. Not honey mustard. Not even Polynesian sauce. Not even Polynesian sauce. Or that weird shit that they sell. That's like Chick-fil-A sauce.
From Chick-fil-A.
You know that weird sauce they sell in Walmart now that's like kind of like Chick-fil-A sauce? All it is like mustard and barbecue sauce combined and some shit
Don't
like
they
that.
sell the Chick-fil-A stuff at Walmart?
They sell it there too, but then they got like the Great Value brand. I be getting that sometimes. But it become too much. You got to have it with like the right type of fried chicken.
Yeah. You just can't eat it. You can't eat it like you eat ketchup.
Yeah.
Ketchup, you can kind of like dibble dabble with everything.
Yeah.
But certain sauces are strictly for certain foods.
Well, that's why we call this the ketchup. So.
My favorite condiment.
Condom who's?
Mint.
Oh, all right. Mint condoms or condom mints?
I hate you so much.
Alrighty then. So what's up? What's been up with your week? How are we doing? How is life treating you? What the fuck is happening in the streets?
I'm glad to have a day off.
Day off, huh? You've been working.
I've been working. And went from... We're at pen relays now at my job.
Oh,
so
shit, yeah.
I have...
Is that this weekend?
That's this weekend.
Oh, shit's going on right now?
It's going on right now.
Yeah.
Day 3.
Oh, shit. And you got off?
Yeah. Well, I don't have to be there. Like, I had to make sure that the schools that were staying at my hotel got in.
Right,
and they started coming in on Wednesday and Thursday. So by Friday, we were on the downslope, basically.
The downslope. I don't know why I would have paused that. The downslope.
It's been busy. Shout out to the school. Shout out to my cousin who was supposed to run, but she got hurt a couple of weeks ago, pulled the hamstring, so she's out for the season. But she did go on her prom last night, and she was looking good, girl.
Oh, shout out to her. Shout out. It is prom season, though, isn't it?
Yep, and then my niece she did run yesterday for her school. She runs for Roxborough Saul.
Oh, okay.
And they were doing a relay. And it was a new girl on the relay team.
And it made Made them lose?
Made my niece fall. They didn't even finish.
Oh,
They
made her
didn't finish.
fall.
So she wasn't used to receiving the baton
Ooh.
from my niece.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't take off fast enough. So
She should have already been running.
She should already been running.
Oh, this is. She's an amateur.
So she
shout out to the rookies and the amateurs.
The way she took off, caused my niece to fall and hurt herself. Like she got bruises on her shoulders and knees and everything.
Damn, that was a bad one.
Yeah, but my sister was like, "She's all right." She's like, the bumps and bruises she has are the bumps and bruises we had like in the 80s when we was running up the street.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "Oh, she fine."
Yeah, that's regular shit. That's regular shit.
Oh,
Scuff
she fine.
knees. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? And then
Ain't nothing broken.
Yeah, I know. And, you know.
But we're going to celebrate her birthday tonight. Yesterday was her 18th birthday. So she was really pissed yesterday.
Yeah, I can understand that.
All that happened.
I can understand being upset about the shits. Yep. You know what I mean?
She going to Cheney next year. Well, this year she got.
So let's talk. Let me talk about the prom. Let's talk about the prom for a second. Let's talk about the prom. For a second, right?
How many did you go on?
3.
Okay.
Yeah, I went.
How many were yours?
2.
Okay.
I got laid at none.
Sorry for you.
I got laid after none of my fucking proms.
Sorry for you.
Well, one, I went with... All right, heifer. I mean, just cause you went with every intention on whatnot of giving it up after the prom.
Hey, I took the same person to my junior and my senior.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Isn't that nice?
Hold up.
Happy belated birthday, by the way.
You had a boyfriend for that long? That's bullshit. Oh, he wasn't your boyfriend. Oh, that was the
Let's just say I knew my prom pictures was going to look good.
So so this nigga, did he have a girlfriend?
No, he was my boyfriend at the time when I took him to the proms.
Y'all did it after both proms?
We just broke up after, like, in between.
You did it after both proms?
No.
Just a senior?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where'd y'all go? Backseat of this Jeep. That's what the episode.
No, we had a room.
Oh, you had a room?
Yeah.
What room? Do tell.
Roosevelt Hotel, Jewel.
Oh shit! Shout out to the Roosevelt Hotel. What was that? Fucking $39.98 and shit. Probably was less than that.
Well, first of all, you know, I was 17, he was 18.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to turn 17. I mean 18. And so there were, you know, kind of people outside, and he got somebody to get us a room.
Really? That shit was right up the street.
I know where it is at.
That's nasty.
Been seeing it all.
That shit been a fucking
shit
scum bucket for years now.
Scary, like especially when I look at it now and how many people that got shot in the hallway.
Exactly.
Somebody was running. I was like, what were we thinking?
And you went in there in your prom dress and all that shit. Walking down the aisle, walking down the fucking hallway in your prom dress, looking all snazzy. You look like
just think.
You look like food in that hallway. That shit was that was mean.
Think, I had to put my stockings back on.
That's crazy. Why'd you put them back on?
Because I had to enter the house like I left it.
Why? You could have just said, was it like a whole body stocking? Like,
no, I mean, it was just regular stockings, you know, that you pull up and put on. But I entered the house as to have no questions asked about me.
What time did you get in?
I don't know.
Oh, it was late?
That was 30 years ago. Damn near 30 years ago.
But damn, you don't know what time you got in the house?
No, probably like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
What time did y'all get to the room? The prom be over like 12. Oh, that nigga was done quick, huh? It was over. Wham, bam, thank you, man. Did you do any foreplay? Run the sink, flush the toilet, anything? You know, back in the day, like when you used to get a room, if you get a room when you was a young buck or whatnot, back in the day, it was right to it from the door. Yeah. From the door, that shit was coming right off. I remember being a young boy, we used to be so nasty that you knew exactly what you was getting into from the rip. It wasn't even like a sensual thing where the person would take your clothes off for you. You know what I'm saying? You would take your own shit off. You know what I'm saying? Immediately. I had a girl pull her pants and drawers off at the same time.
Oh, damn.
I'm like, damn, bitch, you can go ahead and you can make it a little bit sensual or whatnot. And we had all day. She didn't give a fuck. She just went ahead and pulled everything down and whatnot. I think she took her socks off with them.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she was with the shits. She was with the shits.
I see that.
And it was unexpected, too. Like, there's nothing like a man running into
That's junior prom.
oh, isn't that special? You look so young and innocent.
That's senior
Oh yeah. Now you look like a little heathen. Now you look like a little heathen. Kelly, your head.
Understand?
Kelly, you grew into your head. You had a big ass head.
I had a little body.
You had a little body with a big ass head.
Whatever.
Wow. Look how little you was. Oh, ain't that special? Ain't that? Oh my gosh. That shit. It looks.
And he drove to both proms.
He drove to both proms.
Yes.
What he had the Firebird with the
No, his stepfather.
flames on it?
His
Huh.
stepfather. Well, for my junior prom where I wore a red dress.
Right.
His stepfather had a red and cream Cadillac, so we took the red and cream Cadillac to the prom.
Right.
Where I had my red dress on.
Oh, okay.
with
Shout
white-
out to that.
With white applique. And then for the senior prom, his stepfather had a navy blue Lincoln Continental.
Oh shit.
So that's what we took.
Wow. You had a chance to be a little hussy that night, huh?
I was not being a hussy.
Now, was y'all banging on a regular basis, or that was just that was a thing? Okay, all right. Yeah, well, you know the story of my prom because I've told it plenty of times and whatnot.
My
But
whole family know who he is.
did I ever tell you the part about the fact that after the prom, I was so irate?
You took somebody else's girlfriend to the prom,
Mm-hmm.
but you thought you was going to smash, and then you wind up dropping her off at his house or something.
Well, she wanted me to smash,
right.
and we got butt ass. You know what I mean? Right then and there or whatnot. But I think,
Her conscience got
can I
to
be honest? No,
What?
I couldn't. I wasn't even thinking about getting hard. I could not. I was on when I tell you the anger that was inside of me. We left the prom. I drove home. We took our respective outfits off. I put some sweatpants on, and I'm talking about in front of each other, butt ass. And she approached me and whatnot, and I was like, only way we doing this, first thing I said to her, I said, only way we doing this is if you be quiet. She said, I can't be quiet. She said, I'm loud. I said, my mom's sleeping in the other room. I was like, gonna be perfectly honest with you, I really don't want to. So she touched me, rubbed my nipple for a little bit, and I was like, I really don't want to fuck you. I'm sorry, like shout out to me. My restraint was incredible, but I was really upset. Like, you fucked my prom up.
Okay, so what did she do to make you mad? That part I don't remember.
What do you mean? I told you this before.
Okay. Remind.
Okay, she just had a nerve to kind of sit in the back. Like, my table was in the back.
Right.
I was on the dance floor the entire night with my friends, dancing, grinding, getting wallies from other girls and shit like that. And she begged me to come to this prom.
Oh.
And then the chick.
And then you just sat there.
Now, here's the funny thing, though. The chick that wanted me to ask her ended up wearing the same color dress that I had my suit. It was weird. There's some odd ass shit and whatnot, right? Now, mind you, this girl later on turned out to be gay. That's a whole different topic. I didn't turn her. I didn't have anything to do with that. But what I am going to say is, no. It's some real shit. It's some real shit. So with us,
Almost lost it.
no. For us, it was just me. Like, I even took her to Donny Park with me the next day. And
Ooh, the girl.
the other chick
Okay.
that had the same color dress. Me and her ended up, like, we didn't take pictures together, but like all the pictures, and where the fuck is my prom video? Where I think my mom got it. Once I find my prom video or
I don't
whatnot.
ever want to see my prom video again.
What, y'all made a nasty tape afterward?
No.
okay.
My girlfriend, my best friend, actually
Mm-hmm.
had her video camera, and I cursed on it. And then one day we were over her house, and
they
we
heard
was
you cursing.
watching it, and her mom wasn't there. She was like,
We at
look,
the-
she's like, look at you, 50 mouth. I'm like,
We at the
"Mom."
prom, mother. Like, oh.
Something like that.
Yeah. Well, you got caught. That's the name of the game.
Something like that.
You got caught, man. All right, well, let's check this out. Now that we're all caught up, let's get into just a little bit of this current events. Here we go. Is this going to play? Are you not going to play? I hate this shit. Let's do it again. I don't like that. Let's do it again. And
In
breaking news.
action.
That's not it either. I hate that. Somebody did some somebody made their own little bullshit ass breaking news. The real one.
Breaking news. CNN.
I hate that sound effect. What happened to my current affairs sound effect? I can't. Oh, here it is. Yeah, fuck all of you. Now we are back. I'm gonna take these glasses off in a minute. It's actually shielding the light very well, but I think I look too cool for the podcast right now.
Okay,
I'm only doing this. I'm only doing this shit because I need a haircut. Rest in peace to Jerry Springer.
Jerry.
That's my nigga.
Jerry.
That's my nigga, man. Oh man. Yeah, the Jerry Springer Show. If you are of this generation, or even the generation before, or even the generation after, is a very, very. It's a staple.
It's a staple.
It's a staple of who we are.
It's a staple of mess.
Jerry Springer? Are you
talking about
fucking kidding me?
messy?
Yo,
Is the definition
Jerry
of
Springer.
messy.
He wasn't the originator
No.
of the ratchet type TV shows. That was
No,
more
that was
like
Morton Downey.
Was it Morton Downey or Geraldo?
Morton Downey.
Oh, Morton Downey. Okay, yeah, I remember.
Morton Downey shit used to come on at 10 o'clock at night.
Remember Richard Bay?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So all of those cut from the same cloth. So you got Geraldo, you got Jerry Springer, you got Richard Bay, you got Morton Downey. Morton Downey was a little bit before them. And
remember the Richard?
and everybody flipped their
Jerry
script.
Springer movie.
Oh, Ringmaster with Michael Jai White and the chick from the Steve Harvey Show. They was wild.
Piggy.
And from the game. Yeah, like that whole situation. Man, shout out to Jerry Springer, man. If you were anywhere between a lesbian midget stripper with 3 girlfriends and 16 sex toys, you got into a fight because your boyfriend, who was also your cousin and a Klans member, was cheating on you. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Jerry Springer. That's the name of the game. That's what you was getting into when you was watching it.
The show started
in
1991.
God damn.
And ended in 2018.
That's crazy.
And he recorded the show from 91 to 2009 in Chicago.
Right.
And then from 2009 to 2018 in Connecticut.
Shout out to Jerry, man. You already know. Jerry. Gotta love Jerry Springer, man. Gotta love Jerry,
79
man.
79 years old.
79 years old. Listen, can I be honest with you? It's not young, but it's not old, but it is a full life. He was about 80, you know what I mean? So it was a full life.
Definitely.
Yeah, and he
did
everything he wanted to do.
His name will always be known.
And live in infamy. Live in infamy. Everybody on YouTube, I would like...
It's a day that will live in infamy.
Where did that come from? Where'd you get that from? And what made you say that out loud? What the fuck? Listen.
If I tell you, you're going to be like, I never seen the movie.
I do want to introduce 2 members that had a coming out party from the last episode of our ensemble here.
Lord.
Mikey and Jason have made their way out of their respective boxes.
Not Mikey.
This here is art. I love art or action figure, what you would call art. It's my form of art. You have Michael Myers here. And here you have Jason Voorhees. I have them set up on the respective platforms. You wonder, what the fuck is that right there? That's what that is. They were hanging up here before. Mike kept falling. They were trying to get out of the boxes. So now they are out. They've officially come out. I knew something was up. I knew something was up with both these niggas. They killed all women. Majority of all women. And they ain't never tried nothing with none of them. I remember it was one movie where, matter of fact, Jason used to get off. Matter of fact, they both used to kill people that was fucking. You couldn't wait till I was finished. Remember Friday the 13th? Remember Jason Goes to Hell? Yeah. Yeah. If the girl was in the tent riding a dude.
Do you remember?
And he stabbed her with the tent stake, like through the tent.
Oh.
and she was butt ass, and he ripped her in half while she was still on
Oh
top
my
of dude.
God.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah,
So you said they were falling and kept trying to get out the box, right?
yeah.
It made me think of that movie Tales from the Hood,
Okay.
and it
The
was
original one, not that bullshit they put out recently.
yeah, the original one
Yeah, yeah.
where the racist person who happened to be Corbin Burson, but the racist person
With the dolls.
with the dolls, and the dolls were like killing them with the teeny little knives.
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what that looked like. Yeah.
Oh my
But I
god!
got a position perfect. Mike was always taking a fall and sitting up like the Undertaker. That's where the Undertaker got his shit from. And then you got Jason. Jason was always like, he just swinging that goddamn machete around and whatnot. He's got an axe too. I might switch up the accessories every once in a while. And they got different faces and different masks. So we'd like to introduce them. They're here. Freddie's on his way too. Freddie will be here today.
Freddie's my favorite.
I know. I forgot. I meant to order Freddie 2 days ago. I didn't order Freddie till this morning, and the same day delivery. So
Wow.
Freddie will be here, and Pinhead is going to come too. Pinhead's coming to the party.
Freddie is
Would you like me to get Chucky too? I don't really want Chucky here.
no.
You know what I'm saying? So those are my 4 favorites.
Chucky's
Oh no,
actually a doll. So
Leatherface is coming too though. I heard through the grapevine Leatherface is going to make his way out here. You got to have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You got to have the Texas Chainsaw wielding around. Also, rest in peace to Harry Belafonte. We didn't get to that. He passed away a little bit after. we
it's
recorded
so
that.
exquisite, and Belafonte too.
Harry Belafonte was what, 92? Talk about a nice long life.
Well, yeah, I think he was older than that actually.
Harry Belafonte, you know what I think about when I think about Harry Belafonte?
What?
Can I be honest with you? I think about I wonder what Harry Belafonte's body count was.
Oh God.
How many women got the stroking of a lifetime from the light-skinned, good-haired nigga that sang and acted and was just thorough at all times? I think it's people out here. I think Harry Belafonte might be responsible for like 1/100th of the black generation.
He was 96.
96? When you type 96, when you think you just stop fucking?
He was born in 27. So
1927? When you think you just stop fucking?
and he actually his birthday was in March. We just celebrated his.
He was around for the invention of not only color television, not only the
But
cell
television.
phone. Yeah, the television.
Television.
The colored television, the twerk, the back shot. He had to be around when the back shot was invented. They wasn't doing the back shot before the 20s like that. Harry Belafonte had evolved with the time and the ages of all that. He is a national icon. He's a treasure. Honestly. And when you live that long, man, what could you possibly be mad about? What could you possibly be mad about or whatnot when you've achieved? Now, don't get me wrong, civil rights movement, absolutely. But he was in the thick of all of that, and he actually saw whatever was called change in the midst of that. Shout out to Harry Belafonte, man. Life well lived. Life well lived. And all the women,
Exquisite.
some of y'all grandmoms.
Belafonte is actually the way he spells it is his show name. It's really spelled BellafantI.
Oh,
There's
my
a whole
gosh.
lot
Damn.
going on.
And he was an
EGOT.
EGOT too. Oh yeah,
He was
that's
an
right.
EGOT.
Was he the first EGOT?
I don't know.
Or the
if he
first
was-
black EGOT, definitely.
I don't know if he was the first EGOT.
Definitely the
but
first black EGOT.
Is one of the few performers that have achieved EGOT.
And something that y'all didn't know, he was a frequent visitor to Freaknik. I just made that up. Fucking dope. I don't know.
Age.
But if he was, shout out to Harry.
So
Belafonte.
he won 3 Grammy Awards, including a Lifetime Achievement,
Right,
an
right.
Emmy Award,
Right.
a Tony Award. In 1989, he received Kennedy Center Honor. He was awarded with National Medal of Arts in 94. 2014, a humanitarian award at the Governor's Awards, and then inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in the Early Influence category in 2022.
And you remember 2009, he was inducted to the Uncle Luke
Shut
Freaknik.
up.
You know what I'm saying? National Hall of Fame. It's him, Wilt, Magic,
What was
Eazy-E.
first? What was first?
Huh?
What was first?
Wilt, yeah, well, Wilt was in there first. Wilt been in there since like
He had a
97.
very interesting background.
Really?
His mother was a child of a Scottish Jamaican mother
Ooh.
and an Afro Jamaican father.
A Scottish Jamaican?
Well, you know they got Asian Jamaicans too. And his father was a child of an Afro.
How does that accent sound? You know what I'm saying? Like.
So his father was a child of an Afro
Oi, me leprechaun, heaven have mercy.
Afro Jamaican mother and a
that's
Dutch,
Irish. Sorry.
Dutch Jewish father.
Yeah.
It's interesting. He was raised Catholic.
And raised all that and raised Catholic.
Yeah, and he was in the Navy.
And he was in the Navy. Oh, bodies on top of bodies.
Served
Harry-
during World War One.
We got Harry Belafonte, national treasure, man.
So exquisite. And
Yeah.
Belafonte too.
Yep. Your grandmamas, your
Love Robert
mamas, your
Townsend.
aunties, or whatnot. Somebody out there got slayed by Harry Belafonte. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was trying to look up, see if they had like a listing of different women he'd been.
Associated with?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I know that he dealt with Eartha Kitt.
Oh yeah. Well, you know he was in the mix. Eartha Kitt?
Yeah.
And that was during the
I
Catwoman
just heard.
time.
No, way before that.
Ooh.
Way before that.
Young Eartha Kitt.
Yeah, young Eartha
Mhm.
Kitt. But there's a story that says that they were in bed one day, and he got out of bed and told her, "Don't get attached to me, because there's nothing that a black woman could do for me."
Ooh. Wow.
I just heard this story like 2 days
Don't
ago.
shit on his legacy by that though. He just liked his flavors.
But
Maybe that's what
what's
it
name
was.
had that similar issue with Diane Carroll.
Who's that?
Sidney Poitier.
The black men in the back of the day. Can we talk about really, really how nasty they was at certain points? Because who was it that liked the chicks to fart in their mouth? Chuck Berry. Yup. You know what I'm saying? Chuck Berry got tape of bitches farting in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So we already know that these men was on their shit.
Oh,
You know what I'm
he had
saying?
an affair with Joan Collins,
See, that's what I'm saying.
filming
you-
The Island of the Sun.
Think about this. If you are this famous and you've lived this long,
Mm-hmm.
like it's like Jack Nicholson. You have your selection of all these type of women. If you think that the body count is not in the Hall of Fame somewhere, you're gravely mistaken. All these men have just banged and twisted their way throughout time. They like the Thanos or like the Doctor
Literally,
Strange.
they're gonna get in where they fit,
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
it seemed like they wanted to fit in every
They're like Doctor Strange was a porn star. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Time Stone. I go anywhere and get some ass. Anywhere. That's what I'm doing. All right. Let's keep it going. Yeah. As we say, rest in peace to Harry Belafonte, I would like to say rest in hell to Carolyn Bryant. And I say this with all due disrespect. You can burn in hell. I'm sorry. The Lord knows my heart, and I've never been a person that would not grant grace. But if there is
She ain't getting it.
if there's one person
That ain't
that
getting it.
graceless, it's her and what's that motherfucker name? George, what's his name? Zimmerman.
Oh yeah.
When he go, we gonna dance a jig. And this bitch, please burn in hell. Thank you. Shout out to the people that's going to hell. You know what I'm saying? I really want to, you know what I mean? I want to let y'all know.
Shout out to the people that
It's,
know that.
it's a lot of y'all out here. And I want to let y'all know or whatnot that it's a nice hot place for you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Y'all get right nice and toasty. You know what I'm saying? Fry up sizzly. You know what I mean? And do whatever it is. Do whatever it is that y'all need to do. Yeah. CNN fired Don Lemon. Speaking of fire. CNN fired Don Lemon. And Fox News fired Tucker Carlson.
Right.
Two different types of firings.
Same day.
Well, Don been flaming for years. So that's just
You know he was
tight.
on TV.
I love me for that
He
joke.
was on TV here in Philly. He was on the news here.
Yes,
in Philly.
yeah. I know. I'm aware of that.
I used to have a crush on him until I found out.
To y'all, yeah. Crush
Somebody
on
saying somebody
Tevin
hurt
Campbell
me.
too, right?
No, never.
You didn't have a crush on Tevin Campbell?
No, because I always thought he was.
No, you did not.
Honest to God.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, but then you was more. Your gaydar is greater than half the women that I know. They loved some Tevin Campbell back in the day.
Yeah. 8th grade. We sung the song though.
I sung that.
Tomorrow will bring
I won a couple talent shows with some Tevin Campbell songs. That was my shit.
Oh, he was up there talking about can we talk?
I'm just pissed off that I can't. Like, what is CNN going to be like on New Year's now, without him and Anderson Cooper being able to getting fucked up and talking crazy on live TV? I didn't understand. If you get fired for anything, you should got fired for that shit. How do you not get fired for being as drunk as you normally be on New Year's Eve? That's some crazy shit. I don't even know why they fired him, but whatever the reason is, I mean, it's all types of speculation. CNN saying that they let him know ahead of time that they were letting him go. He went on Twitter and was like, no, that's bullshit. They didn't let me go because of this. They got a vendetta against me. He's going to sue. Him and Tucker Carlson got the same fucking lawyer. Tucker Carlson, though, is another one. His ass, he got fired for all the right reasons.
Right. But he should have been fired.
But he got fired because the shit that he was promoting is the reason why Fox got sued for $750 million.
$750 million.
Kelly, if you said something on here that cost me $750 million, I'm sorry, I got to fire your ass too. You got to fucking go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. You got to go. It is what it is. More power to, I'm not really a Tucker Carlson fan. I don't even know if you believe half the shit he say. Not really a Don Lemon fan, but I hope these people land on their feet. Don Lemon's a black man, so more power to you, good brother. Go stay with your boyfriend for a little while. You be all right. Shout out to you. Tyrese is ordered to pay $636,000 for child support. Now, is this back child support? Is it like prorated? Like, how are we doing this?
I don't know. This is the first I'm hearing about it, but pay it.
I feel bad for Tyrese.
Which child he got paid on?
Which one you think?
The first one?
No, the one.
The one
Sam.
that lived in his house?
No, Sam. You listen to the RB Money podcast. He told the whole
Oh,
story.
well, I didn't. That's the only episode I haven't watched.
You didn't watch it? What the hell is wrong?
I haven't. I've watched the episode. I've watched the episode after it. I watched the episode before it, and I keep going to watch the Tyrese episode.
Right.
And something keeps stopping me.
Spoiler alert.
Because I think because I usually just listen to it when I'm at work.
Yeah.
And
Why don't you
something about his episode.
You didn't watch part 1 or 2?
Or 2. Just something about his episode makes me want to
get
be in a
popcorn
very still place and watch this, because I know that, first of all, I know about TGT, so I know that Tank and Tyrese have some background, and I know that Tank has said some shit about Tyrese, because he's like, that's my brother and all. Yeah. He's like, but he a fuck up.
And they talk to each other like that on when I tell you the way that they talk.
And I appreciate that Jay Valentine is there, because he's boys with them too. Yeah, and he gets to verify, but no, that's not how it happened. Right. I know that is all happening, but I'm trying to get to that point where I'm just sitting in bed with a bag of popcorn and something to drink to watch this, because this just seems like it's going to be the most entertaining thing for me to watch.
You definitely want to check it out. I watched it. I shouldn't say watch. I listened to it. I put it on YouTube and when I was driving back. It's not as serious as y'all think. I have a little holster. I'm not paying attention to that and not the road. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm listening to it and peeking at it a little bit while I was driving across the New Jersey Turnpike. One day. But it was very interesting. Part 2, he gets into what happened with him and his ex-wife. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I'm only hearing one side of the story. I hate hearing just one side of the story. But when hearing it from a man's point of view, being a married man and seeing something like that happen, you can almost, you do have a little empathy in your own mind, because you can see how shit like that can happen. Right. Because put it like this, if you put all your faith into a situation like a marriage, and your wife one day is just like, I don't want to be with you no more. I'm out. I'm done with this. And you're blindsided by it. It may have been things that you can say, all right, the writing was on the wall, but hindsight is 20/20 when anything. You can say that about any fucking thing, especially relationships. You can say, I don't fuck with you no more because of what you did, and you did that shit 4 times, so I don't really fuck with you like that. But out of the blue, he feels as if that things were in the right, and it could have been in a bad position. Her story could be totally different. But what I do know is that he was hurt. He was hurt. You know, we're on an audio podcast. Oh, all right.
This ain't really.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, honestly, it really, really seriously kind of, it made me feel bad for him. You know what I'm saying? And she took the baby, and he said that he drove to the friend's house where she was staying at and tried to talk to her, and she was just like, no. But she got a new nigga now, and that's another thing. Women, when you got kids with these niggas, and this is the reason why I say women want drama. They like drama. If you got kids with this nigga and you decide to up and leave him, and you move on, and you run right into the arms of the new nigga,
that ain't a new nigga.
That ain't the new nigga. Exactly. I wish you to keep it 1,000 so the nigga's not sitting there blindsided like, she got my kid around this type nigga. No, that nigga is.
Let me tell you something.
He's been there.
Let me tell you something.
You might even know the nigga. Most of the time you do.
You ever see
He's ate your food, he's drunk your wine, and he shall betray
you. You ever see the picture with J-Lo and Mark Anthony? Mm-hmm. And what's the guy she dated before?
The dancer dude?
No, the baseball player.
Oh, Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah,
oh,
it's a picture of them with her.
Absolutely.
You never know. You might know the next already.
Come on, man.
Either way, she married Ben.
J-Lo is Thanos. J-Lo is Thanos. The only reason why she went back to Ben is because he the one that had the time stone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else was the other stones or whatnot. Diddy was the power stone. Mark Anthony was the motherfucking what's the one that Vision had? Huh? The yellow joint. You know what I'm saying? It's just she got her Infinity Gauntlet. She got all that shit together. She went back and got to retrieve the time stone. And now she's standing next to Ben, and she has all 4. She has all the stones, and
let me tell you something.
She's running the world.
Tyrese.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrese Gibson. For many, 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 many years,
mm-hmm.
I have had a crush on Tyrese Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
To the point that I took my son to see probably the second Transformers, because I think the first one came out, he was 4.
Okay.
So about the second Transformers, when
Revenge of the Fallen. Yeah. That's when Optimus Prime wasn't getting his ass whooped the whole movie.
And Tyrese came on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And I gasped because I love Tyrese. And I was like, and my son, who is probably about 7 at this time, 7 or 8, told me to gather myself. He's like, Mom.
Get your shit together. What is going on?
Can you please? Can you stop? Can you get yourself together?
Get yourself together.
And I was like, but it's Tyrese. He was like, so? And I'm like, okay.
You might be the type of woman that Tyrese needs in his life.
No. I wasn't finished.
Okay, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Shit.
So one day,
right,
he starts talking. Okay.
You didn't see Baby Boy?
I saw Baby Boy, but he was acting in Baby Boy. Or so I thought.
No, Jody and Tyrese are pretty much one and the same.
Let me tell you. He started talking about
Tyrese's rich Jody.
Relationships or some shit.
Right.
And then he was talking with Rev Run. Mm-hmm. And Rev Run made sense, but like I'm listening to Tyrese, and it's at the Tyrese and Rev Run wrote a book. Yeah. And this is how much I love Tyrese. I bought the book.
Did you read it?
I could not get past the first 4 pages.
What did he say? What was
I don't know. I don't know because I reread those 4 pages a couple of times and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I closed the book and I put it away. And I stopped following him on Twitter
Right.
because the shit you started talking about on Twitter, I don't know what the fuck we were talking about.
Yeah.
Guess what? I don't like him anymore.
That's bullshit.
Nothing about me is attracted to Tyrese
So
anymore.
you're not attracted to Tyrese no more at all.
At all.
So this is the issue, right?
At
Tyrese.
all.
Tyrese.
Like all, for me,
Right.
all he needs to ever do
Mm-hmm.
is act and sing. Don't talk.
But that's
Just listen.
that's not. He's more of a personality. If you listen, you got to watch the episode because
I'm gonna watch the episode.
he don't know
tonight.
nothing about actually. He didn't know nothing about wanting to be an actor or singer. This nigga was actually just this live wire personality. He was this guy. So the the dude in school that get in trouble, that talk shit, that say anything to teachers, and is just out of pocket. He's that type of kid. And
He's the one that's gonna say anything out his mouth.
yes,
I know.
but also Tyreek has terrible luck with women. Terrible luck. Like the girl.
Because he keeps picking the same women.
Is that what it is? Because the girl that was
Here's
just
it.
recently on
This is
Instagram.
what
Did
I
you see the girl that
told
was on Instagram recently?
This is what I told you about me.
What?
That I kept dating the same men in different times. I could tell you who he was in high school,
Yeah.
who he was in college,
Yeah.
who he was in after college.
Okay.
They're all three the same men,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all three different men. You get what I'm saying?
Wait. No. Run it back.
I was dating the same person over and over again.
Okay, so they're three different guys, but they're the same person. Do you feel like
Exactly.
you run into that now?
No,
Okay.
no, because
What makes them
reason-
different?
the reason why I was dating the same person
Mm-hmm.
is because I was the same person. I didn't make the necessary changes to get something different in my
So
life.
you can philosophical about
I'm
about
philosophical.
philosophical about the type of niggas that you like.
Yes,
Why?
because it wasn't getting me anywhere dating the same person and being the same person. So I had to grow, and I had to figure out why I was dating the same person.
You got to give instances because the shit you saying right now, it makes sense.
It's roundabout.
You talking about your attitude, the way you approach
My
things.
my
Like, what do you say?
attitude.
Like, how do you figure that these niggas are the same niggas?
They are the same ones because I just let them not do whatever they wanted to do to me. It's not like that,
Ooh.
but I just followed blindly
And they
because because I wanted to be with them.
and they didn't have any. You saying they didn't have any leadership skills? There was no instruction that went along with the nigga. Is
No,
that
it
what
was
is?
just I like him and that's who I'm going to be with and I'm going to follow him blindly.
And they all ended up being fuck niggas.
Not fuck niggas, but just not the nigga for me.
Why? Why weren't they the nigga for you? There's something that
Because
you're leaving out
they
in this
didn't want.
conversation. Right.
We didn't want the same things.
What is it that you wanted that they didn't? It's got to be something particular.
Well, being in a long-term relationship, going on to this, that, and the third.
So you made a nigga that didn't want a long-term relationship your boyfriend, and you did it 3 times with 3 different people.
Well, one was actually my boyfriend, but then I did something. I fucked it up.
Oh, okay. Wait, see
I
now
fucked that one up. The
No.
middle one, I fucked up.
these are all 3 different men. It's just the fact. No, Kelly. So you answered your own question.
I fucked that third. Well,
You fucked 2 of them up.
yeah.
All right. Here's the problem.
Anyway,
What you're saying is wait. What you're saying is that because what you're doing right now is you are bottling up and weaponizing accountability, and I hate it. You know how I feel about that because what you're doing is you're not being accountable. It ain't that these was the same niggas. It's the fact that she was the same ass chick.
I said that though.
But it's not about them being the same niggas. You always gonna see somebody as the same because you're looking at men the same. So until you made the
But I said I was the same.
Joe Budden said it the other day. Create the change that you want to be. You create it.
So until
Huh?
he changes,
Get the fuck.
until he develops,
Until he develops.
yes, he's going to keep picking the same chicks.
Understand. All right, exactly. So
He's going to keep just
So you
like
did-
I was until I changed. That I was picking the same type of dudes.
no.
I mean, I'll
You was
I'll
just-
even say this:
Mhm.
their birthdays are days apart. Not weeks apart.
let's take
Days apart.
let's take
Okay.
the sign shit out of it. Let's take the astrological all that shit
I'm just
outside.
saying.
No, because
Same type of people.
that ain't no. They might be the same type of.
Damn, Tauruses.
See, that's what I'm saying. But that's not the same type of people. They not the same person. Might be the same type of people, but not the same purpose. But it's you. It's you. If I ran into a bunch of chicks and be like, man, these heifers is all the same, and we break up or something happens in the midst of that for some of the same reasons, after a while I gotta start thinking, hey, maybe it's me.
That's what I figured out. It was me. It's Tyrese.
Right.
It's Tyrese.
It's Tyrese. But your choices are different than those people being the way that you
Here's the
see
thing.
them. So when you choose them,
choices in women may be different.
right.
But until you change, you may still bring out the same shit in these different women, which makes them look the same, even though it's your shit. So once you take accountability for your shit, until you take accountability for your shit,
Right.
you're going to still do the same thing
Right.
and get the same reaction from different women.
Have you dated any Tauruses since then?
No.
None.
No.
What are the ones you date now, or what are the ones if you dated since?
2 Aquariuses
Uh-huh.
and a Leo.
All right, so 2 water signs and a fire sign.
Right.
And I hate this because I'm not the sign astrological beyond the stars and
Right.
all that other
The funny
shit.
thing is, 2 of my best friends are Aquariuses, so it's weird. So.
The Aquariuses are you know what I mean, that sign is petty and passive at the same time.
Right.
All right, so cool. The fire sign is fire. The Leo is a Leo is a Leo.
Right.
Huh? A Leo is a fucking Leo. At all points. At all points. They don't know how to be nothing else but a fucking Leo.
Want what we want when we want it.
I just don't understand. I'll never understand. No, you know what? I do understand.
You're a fucking fire sign.
No, fuck that fire sign shit. Let's just talk about the animal because there's animalism they're tied into these signs. That's why it's animals that are in them. A ram and a Leo are essentially the perfect match for each other, and it fucking sucks, right? The reason why the ram and the Leo are because they both kind of have the same attitude. It's I'm not fucking with you. Don't fuck with me. And I'm chilling and I'm minding my business. And I really don't want no fucking problems. But when you want problems, then we got a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day,
all for it.
We all for it. Now we got problems. Oh, it's problems now?
Ram
okay.
is going to ram you.
A ram secludes himself. You ever see a fucking ram? And here's the difference is, I'm going to tell you the difference in these two animals. And the reason why, if it ever goes left, it goes all the way left. The reason why is because sooner or later, a ram and a sheep and a lamb are the same animal. The problem is there's a difference in the evolution. When you're a lamb, because sheep are female lambs, right? Yeah. So if you're a sheep, you know what I'm saying? You're a sheep. There's a docileness to them, but a sheep will fuck you up too if they get a little pissed off. A ram, on the other hand, becomes this thing. I just want to do my own thing, and I'm the king of where I need to be at. I will climb the side of a fucking mountain and stand up there, but I want to be at the top of this mountain because I'm me. Now these other niggas is around, but they ain't with this kid.
But they not me.
They not me. Leos are the same way. Leos want to be the leaders of the pack, leaders of the pride, and whatnot. The reason why when these animals see each other, the first thing that the Leo is thinking is that, oh, that's food. The ram is thinking, leave me the fuck alone. I didn't bother you, don't bother me. And you're right, like, yeah, I feel you. That's cool.
But I'm still eat you.
I'ma still eat you. The problem is, now what happens is that, okay, if you eat me, you're going to have to catch me on my turf. Now I'm up my mountain. You can't climb shit. So either one of two things is going to happen. I'm either going to knock you the fuck off this mountain, or you're going to catch me while I'm going to the mountain and eat me. That's the difference. These motherfuckers, they got their own thing going, and it works, but it doesn't work. it works
It works
great.
separately.
It works separately, but it can work together. Like if they was a team, if the Rams and the Lions teamed up, nigga, I'd knock them out. You eat them. You know what I'm saying? But there's just a difference in opinion when it comes to all that shit. I say that to say this. Stop fucking with people. You know what I'm saying? like that's what it is. Stop fucking with people. I say that to say stop fucking with people, man. I don't understand the world that we live in. That why everybody feels as if that like
why you being so weird to
me? Like, honestly, man, leave people the fuck alone sometimes.
Could you?
Let people do what it is that they want to do. And if it just so happens that y'all work well together, then let y'all work well together. If you don't work well together, and it's taking it outside of this fucking the astrological sign shit. If you work well together, work well together. But if you don't work well together, don't work together. You know what I'm saying? At all.
Well,
all right, lastly.
Aquarius. I don't know. Anyway.
Lastly. I don't know the Aquarius shit. I don't know what the fuck you was thinking with that. Aquarius?
2 of them.
That's crazy. I don't know. I gotta look.
Like the funny thing is, the besties. Okay, it's 3 of them.
Right.
One is a Taurus, and the other 2 are Aquariuses.
Taurus is another one and what? It's just.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just animals. You know what I'm saying?
I just can't get away from Taurus and Aquarius. It's like they just everywhere. And Libras, Jesus, I can't get away from
I don't know a whole lot about Libras. I know that it's a scale thing. They like things balanced. I don't know if you're a Libra and you're looking for a relationship that's fair, that ain't gonna happen. Somebody gonna lose.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't like to lose and you're a Libra, guess what?
I feel like I need a Capricorn and I'll be straight. Okay.
I don't even know none of this shit. All right, whatever.
Anyway.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Frank Ocean, this is the last thing. Frank Ocean skipped one of the nights of Coachella because he hurt his leg or some shit like that. But here's the problem. Or maybe he skipped the whole weekend. I can't remember. Anyway, here's the thing. Frank Ocean's performance supposedly came with an ice rink.
Okay.
He ordered an ice rink to Coachella, which is in California. Hot as shit. And then changed his mind at the last minute. And supposedly he missed out on a $4 million per show payout. Yeah. Shout out to Frank Ocean. I'm not a huge Frank Ocean fan. Some of his music, bang. And I wasn't really into the pill phase when all that was going on. Because that's what everybody was on. Everybody was on E. He was making like E music. Like that.
Okay.
You're the king. You know what I'm saying? That Church in a While. No Church in a While. I don't know if you ever really listen to Frank Ocean. He got some slaps. He do got some bangers. But not really my speed. But I think it's fucked up that y'all give, you know what I'm saying, these artists, there are artists that would kill to get a portion of that type of money to perform. And, nigga, you haven't had a hot album in forever. But he has like a hive. People that love all his old shit. And for you to just say, nah, fuck y'all, I'm not coming. Right. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if you hurt your leg or not, nigga. You ain't Chris Brown. You ain't Usher. You know what I'm saying, nigga? You ain't skipping around the stage. Nigga, you're standing there singing. Stand there and sing. Sit there and sing. Nigga, I want to hear some, you know what I mean? Give us some, what the fuck is the name of that album? Channel Zero or whatever? Like, listen, nigga, play your slaps. We want to hear some shit.
So he canceled the second performance. Out of his 2 performances.
Missed out on the payday.
Several $1 million.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. People just... There's a thought process that goes into people to do that.
The festival will try to offset in part with finding new uses for the giant ice pad the company created for Ocean's long-awaited performance.
What's the new use gonna find for the ice rink in California? What you gonna find? What you gonna find?
Just build a whole ice rink around it so people can use it?
No, you're not gonna do it.
Ice pad.
What the fuck is an ice pad?
Exactly. What is an ice pad?
That sounds like
It's not a maxi.
Yeah, it sounds like what Eskimos use when they menstruate and shit. Ice pad.
Okay. So the ice pad cannot be used as a public ice rink, the source says. But the Golden Voice team is working out how to incorporate it into another yet to be determined performance.
That's stupid.
And he was supposed to be paid $4 million
Yep.
for each of his 2 Coachella performances.
Mm-hmm.
Since he's not performing for the second weekend, he will only be paid for the first weekend performance.
Mm-hmm.
However, will the people Golden Voice that are paying everything
Mm-hmm.
will still need to pay Blink 182 that same $4 million rate for their replacement
Right.
1 hour headlining set on Sunday, sources say. And they will also need to pay the newly announced Skrillex, Fortet, and Fred Again combo for their closing set.
That's nice. I'm glad niggas out here getting paid. Frank Ocean, have some more respect for your fans. And that concludes the current events for today. All right, so let's shoot into this topic real quick.
What's the topic?
Be about an hour in. Let me see here. Oh shit. So I get the topics. So Taya sends me the topics, right?
Mm-hmm.
When she sends me the topics, what I do is I normally like. What the fuck? Oh shit! Can I open my shit?
Uh-oh.
I know. I had to actually go over to. Oh no! This is. Oh, I'm about to say this is ass. What am I doing? What am I doing here?
Uh-oh.
I know. I actually had to get more availability with this. I'm probably this is probably a little part that I'm gonna have to cut out because I don't even understand what the fuck is going on right now.
We're cutting this part. We're
Yeah.
We're
definitely gonna cut
cutting
this part until I can find my shit because I have no idea what's going on. Let me see here.
Ooh.
'Cause I think what happened is my because now I'm on the Mr. Know-It-All pod stuff and suspicious activity, check activity. It's always something.
Uh-oh.
It was me, motherfucker. It was me. God damn.
Oh, Lord.
Shit is always on some dumb shit. But
How is I'm still trying to figure out, right? With these pop dolls you have,
yes.
how is there a Wanye Morris doll?
Your guess is as good
Like,
as mine.
why?
I really don't know. I really like.
Like, are we really like? So we have Tupac up there,
Mhm,
right? We
mhm.
had LeBron up there, right?
Mm-hmm,
And I understand Tupac having one, and I understand LeBron having one, but does
what the fuck was
Wanye-
that?
How does Wanye, who is my favorite out of Boyz II Men, how does Wanye have one? Like,
I think you hate now. I'm just
I'm
gonna tell
not
you.
hating because I actually do.
I feel
Wanye.
no. I feel like you hating. I feel like you
I
hating.
love Wanye.
I feel like you hating.
He's the only one I like out of Boyz II Men. I told you I can't listen to him.
No. I think
I did tell you that, right? I can't listen to Boyz II Men.
I think Sean Stockman is actually that guy.
God, is it so fucking annoying.
No, I think you hating right now. Why are you hating the way that you're hating?
I am not hating. I just don't care for Sean Stockman, and I don't care for Nathaniel either.
Yeah.
Wanye is my favorite. Wanye has always been my favorite.
Who got the best voice?
For me?
Yeah.
Wanye.
Sean Stockman. Anyway, let's I'm not talking about Boyz II Men right now. You leave Wanye alone.
If I could mess with Wanye, I would.
That's your speed too.
We sort of danced together at a.
You sort of dance with Wanye? How did that work out?
My girlfriend used to work for the Convention and Visitors Bureau,
Yeah.
and one of the conventions in town, they held like a mini concert at the Lee Chorus Center, and they paid Boyz II Men to perform.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
my sister called me while I was at work.
Yeah.
What you doing after work? Nothing. Can you leave early? What's up? Boyz II Men are performing at this such and such, and I got an extra ticket. Bitch, I'm on my way. So they dancing and singing. So it's how big the Lee Chorus Center is.
Yes.
It's not full.
Right.
Because it's just for their attendees.
Oh, okay.
So we're on the side
Yeah.
in the stadium where it's not really that many people near us. It's mainly everybody's on the floor.
Right.
So we're jamming, we're dancing on the side, and you know how they run back and forth on the stage. So they're singing and dancing.
He ran, slid over, and smacked your ass, and kept moving.
Well, no, I wasn't that close to the stage.
Oh,
We
okay.
were in the stands, but we were on the side, so he could look over to see us.
Oh, so he was shimmying when you was shimmying.
Right, and we just like pointing at each other. Just,
Oh, that's that's not this.
like but he's looking at me.
the fuck out of here.
It was only 3 of us on my side,
What
so
the hell?
he's like this. We pointing at each other. That's what I said, sorta.
Sorta, kinda.
Sorta,
I
right.
seen you and I noticed you.
Right. Like, I'm not sure. I know he wouldn't, know me now. Like,
Yeah, he wasn't. That's the girl that I had seen in the second row of the concert. And when
No, that's not happening. But in that moment,
Right.
we was just like jamming. We was breaking it down. Like,
Wow.
we both going like this, breaking it down.
So I found it, right?
Huh?
So I found it, but I had to go
Okay.
another way. I got to figure out what I hate iPhone. I'm trying to tell you, this shit is working my nerves.
Say that again?
I hate the way that the configuration.
No. Nah, nigga. Say it.
I said I hate iPhone, but it's not. All right, as of late, iPhone has been getting on my nerves. They have been because I'm doing a lot more with my phone these days.
Wait a minute.
I think I filled my phone up. I think I like all my shit on my phone, and it's very, very hard to kind of configure your shit. Because I got Google accounts that are open. I'm paying extra for more Google Drive space. I'm paying extra for more Apple space. Anyway. I don't give a fuck about
said,
your I
I
told
hate
you so,
iPhone.
Kelly. I could care less. I couldn't care less. Is it I could care less? I couldn't care less.
Couldn't.
Yeah. All right. So,
Because if you could care less, you would.
you're
But I
absolutely
can't.
right.
So, I don't.
You rule.
Ew.
So, listen. So, Taya sent me something, right?
Tired.
Now, but her topic was something that we spoke about, and it was different. Now this is what I don't want to read
go for it.
exactly what she said because I don't want to cause that stir.
Oh, cause the stir.
No, because I don't think it's because I don't think it's something that needs to be a stir that needs to be caused.
Oh, I like the stir.
So essentially, what she said was, we were talking about the draft, and in the topics, right? She said, "Yo, do you notice?" Like, and this is what she put down. She said, "There's a significant amount of black men that are represented by just their mothers." Now, listen to this. Don't even say anything. ISO on me for a second. ISO on me. I want you to listen. Listen to this wholeheartedly, right? So she says something about why does it seem like there's fatherless homes. My response was, I watched the entire draft up for the first night, and I saw just as many dads as I did moms. So I think, so we started coming up, and then I had this discussion with Shannon as well. It's the objective perception of things. Because the first thing I did was get mad at the NFL. And then I speaking with Shannon about it, me and her went back and forth about it, and she was like, I seen a bunch of dads too. She was like, it's also, she's like, well, why are we driving this narrative? And it's not nothing against Taya, but I think what happens is that a lot of times, especially, let's just say that Taya is one that was watching on the regular, but let's just say that there are people that see these events like drafts in a glance. Like when you see it on TV, you're not paying attention to it. You only go off of what you see. Okay? You see a man that's getting drafted, and he's sitting next to his mama. That's the majority of everybody that you see. But you don't see on the other side of the camera that his dad is right there.
Right.
Me knowing better, I saw the majority of these early draft picks walk down with their mom and their dad. Or the dad was off to the side and they walked down with their baby mom and their mom. Or their wife and their mom, or their sister and their mom, or something like that. Or some of them.
At the time.
Now, this is, and the majority of those guys were black. You know what I'm saying, that we're doing that. But I did see more than half of the interviews being with the mom and the dad. My biggest thought process in this whole thing was, I think that sometimes we come to these foregone conclusions when it comes to what we think things should be. Based off of, it's like when you hear about something that happened or something that somebody said in an interview, but you only hear the clip. You don't really hear, you don't hear the whole context.
Thought process.
Right, the whole context
on
of
a snippet.
Exactly, the whole context of the entire discussion. And I think we do that as well. I think that it's kind of a foregone conclusion. Like, you wouldn't be surprised if you saw that representation, because that's the type of representation that we're getting as of late. But from what I saw, even if they wasn't with the mom, was very much a dad's presence in their life or whatnot. Like, just think about everything that you see. Who's the most boisterous? Who plays most of the time in this day and age? And I'm telling you, there's a lot of fathers that are actually involved. The men always are going to play the background because that's mommy's boy. And he's doing this. Of course you love dad. Dad is the nucleus for everything. What did Denzel Washington say to Ray Allen and He Got Game? I'm the one that put the ball in your crib. I used to take you to practices. I was the one that showed you how to shoot a jumper. You know what I mean? The same thing I think about my son. Nigga, I'm the one that took you to football practice.
I was your coach.
I was your coach. And just think about that for a second. Think about the type of praise that we give to the moms. And it's so much praise, especially in the black community is so jaded from single parent households that when we see these things, we come to a foregone conclusion off top. We automatically think like, all right, I'd be surprised if the dad was there, but more than likely he's not. And it's not something that you're thinking out in the open. It's just a subconscious thing. It's in the back of your mind. But
let's remember these recruits.
Right.
One.
Right.
May not be only children. May have younger siblings. Everybody can't travel.
And not only that though, too.
So
think about the way. Remember,
somebody stays home with the kids. Somebody goes.
Or even remember what Dion was talking about when he was talking about the type of dogs they was looking for. I don't think Dion wasn't saying it to be facetious per se. He was just saying that the type of mentality that it takes in order to do that. Me personally, what I've seen, the majority of all the people that I know that have gone on from little league to high school to college, they all have their dads in their life because their dads more than likely push narrative. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that help get them to that next level. So think about the amount of work that it takes when you start talking about, and it don't even have to be a 2-parent household, but there's 2-parent involvement. And the mom don't really know football like that. She just know that's her baby and that's what she want to do. But the men are the fathers are the one that put the man hours in it. But
Right.
it's such. And we were talking about we were talking about parenting before we started recording. One of the reasons why I think that being a father might be one of the most difficult jobs of anything that anybody would ever have to do is because not only is it extremely thankless, it's completely and utterly neglected by the world. There's some ain't shit niggas that's out here. But here's the fact of the matter is that the ain't shit ones, the thought process of that and the entire shell and umbrella that's under, the good ones get molded into that as well. Nobody gives consideration. Now, when I talk about women and their consideration, women are not really going to consider all the shit that it takes. You're the man. You are the head of the household. You the father. This is what you're supposed to do. And men ain't begging for no, you know what I mean? Most men, like the Kelseys. Look at the Kelsey brothers. Look at the Kelsey brothers. 2 NFL players that play against each other in a fucking Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it ain't got nothing about being black and white or whatnot. The dad is just like, look, that's not my groove, man. Go ahead, rock out. Mom on every damn thing. She getting interviewed on everything. Because it's that's the liberty that's given in the midst of that. So we talked about last week about giving grace.
I think everybody's just focused on mom anyway. You got what was his name? What was our quarterback's name a couple of years? Donovan McNabb.
Yeah.
Had the soup commercial with his mom.
Yeah.
It was a couple of them that had soup commercials with their moms.
Okay.
So his dad was there.
He was.
We know, not that we know his name off the top of our head, but we've seen him.
Right.
We've seen him standing right next to mom. But it just might not be their comfort zone.
Okay.
To be out in the forefront.
But
I don't need to be out in the forefront because I know what I did.
And what you're saying is proven part of my point. And I'm not saying that the women are looking for that acknowledgement. What I'm saying is that all acknowledgement is given to them. She
just might be more marketable.
Is that what it is?
She might be more marketable.
But marketable,
because we even saw like Michael Jordan. Well, to moms and their sons.
So let me ask
Moms
you.
have to feed them.
All right, so now
So it's easy for Donovan McNabb to do a soup commercial.
Okay, forget the out in the open because I understand exactly what you mean by that. Forget the out
Look
in the
at
open.
Michael Jordan. We knew who his mom and his dad was.
Yes, we did.
And his dad was the kind that was actually more in the forefront than mom. But mom was playing her part in the background.
My thing is that always, but I think it's.
I'm interested in seeing that movie and seeing their tape.
Yeah, me too. I hate the fact that there's a because we're so jaded
That it has to be a narrative.
Yeah, because our community is completely and utterly jaded by the roles that fathers play in their black sons. Let's take it back to black people. In their black sons' lives.
Right.
That Jalen Hurts. Think about Jalen Hurts. Up until
father very much in the forefront.
No, listen.
Well, not so much in the forefront.
Nah, his father ain't in the forefront.
Look. But I know whose daddy is.
Right. Of course you know his daddy is.
I
Right.
ain't even mad at daddy. I saw a picture of him and was like, ha ha.
Yeah, that's his daddy.
Woo!
His daddy is definitely your speed. Yes, he is. So
his daddy looked just like his daddy just then.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
He looked just like his daddy, but then.
So this is the thing. But his dad is still an active coach.
Mm-hmm.
His dad has always been there, taught him how to play ball, coached him little league, and I think even in high school.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, the moment that you would paint the narrative to say that he came up in a single parent household, it would be completely and utterly believable in our community. Mm-hmm. And I really, we talk about giving grace. You know what I'm saying to women last week about the Freaknik thing. I'm talking about let's give grace to the fact that for every football player that you see, there is a male figure that is in his life that is not only driving him in to the right direction, he's picking up equipment, he's dropping them off, he's taking them to games, he's dealing with the homies. I'm not saying there's not moms that aren't doing it either. He's coaching them up, he's putting in extra reps, he's checking in on them and making sure he does what he has to do in these instances. And the majority of the time, the male figure is his father.
Yeah.
So, and I understand that it's the world's way. That's the reason why Father's Day ain't shit. That's the reason why Mother's Day is a national holy holiday. But we got to start really, really giving. That's what I'm saying. We got to really, really start giving. She's up here lusting over Jalen Hurts' dad, which is crazy. But so we got to really, really start giving.
I'm sorry, Miss Pamela. I'm sorry.
Giving these fathers they just do, because if not, what's happening is that it's the unseen outrage, man. It's the narrative and the calamity of it all. People, we are actually failing our own community by not making this,
not shutting down this narrative.
Exactly. We gotta push this to the forefront, because for somebody and like I said, think about if somebody that, because Ty watches sports, but think about somebody that's not like Ty, that don't watch sports, don't know what the fuck a handoff is, a wide receiver pass, a cornerback, don't know what a center is, don't know who played what. And you see this boy, you know what I mean, you see this young man getting drafted. And the shot that they show, and I tried to blame the NFL before, but I was like, nah, that's not really it, because the dad might not be sitting down. So you see the young boy sitting down, he's on the phone. I seen a couple of them. One grandma on one side, mom on the other. That would what does that make you think as a black person? You know what I'm saying? Just because of the type of communities that we come from. You thinking that these are the two women that raised him. Because there might not have been a male figure in his life. That's not true. That's not true. And what it does is it perpetuates the nonsense.
For him to get to where he was.
Right.
Had to be a male figure in his life.
That's kind of the point. So when we start talking about,
because I'm not going to say, because my girlfriend Tanda,
right,
when you met at game night,
yeah, you
know she coached football for her son,
right.
So I'm not going to say all football coaches,
no,
are men,
right,
but I'll give you 99%,
right.
So even if it's his father not alive.
Exactly.
Around, not
right.
active.
Right.
There has been a man in his life to keep him on some kind of track to be doing this.
I just hate the fact that the men that are are the leaders of this situation that are making this shit happen become the afterthought of the reason of why that these men are here.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like the top 10, if I told you that the top 5 picks all had their fathers in their life and they was all black, I don't know how many people would believe me.
Right.
Or if I said none of them had their fathers in their life, I'm like, yeah, I can see that. That's the problem. That's the
And we
problem.
make it too acceptable.
Exactly. So to me, that just kind of it stirred the pot. It stirred something up in me because what can we do to try to steer this narrative
away.
this portion of the narrative? Because there's a lot of factual things. We're jaded for a reason. Don't get it fucked up. We jaded for a reason. You know what I mean? I didn't come up with my daddy. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Look at what I do and look at where I am in that instance without the guidance. Like, if I could have played football, I could have went further than where I played football at if I had a dad, if my dad was around during that time. Now,
Be that push.
Now look at where my son is. My son ain't never got to play another down of football, but because of the influence and me coaching him up and me steering him in the right direction and me doing the, you know what I mean, the intangibles and the extra things that it took in order to push him in that direction, he got a free ride to school playing football. That's kind of my point. A lot of times this narrative, and then, you know, the praise that I get from it is like, man, you doing a great job. These white boys, that ain't the same type of what you call it. That's a foregone conclusion for these white guys.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got him in ball. What school is he going to? You know what I'm saying? I gotta explain to him you know. Here's the thing that I say, and it's crazy. When I describe my son being 19, I have to describe his resume along with it. The reason why I have to describe his resume is because the black people that I speak are so jaded. You would not believe.
Right.
You wouldn't believe if somebody else told you until I tell you. Or maybe I feel like you wouldn't believe it. Or maybe I feel like I got to take the stake in the claim to say, yeah, my son, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, my son, you know what I mean? He's in college, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, yeah, he's in college. In Millerville. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, he played football, full ride. I have to like say a resume, play for Northeast. I got to say the entire thing as
he got there.
As a black male because it is very, very.
But let's also make note that not just, you know, he got full ride for football, but academically.
And I also got to tell him about the academic part or whatnot, because then I got to go through. If we having a conversation about college, especially when I talk to people about sending their son to college, I'm like, listen, my son got accepted to 27 colleges. You know what I'm saying? Like he got offered over $300,000 in scholarship money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? From you know, all the different colleges schools, from different schools. It sucks because the narrative is trash, but it's a narrative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when you sitting in this situation and you're looking at the draft and you look at these young black men that are taking these steps in his life, and now they're all being offered millions of dollars to play the game that they love. It's easy to kind of as minute and as not important as it seems to me, it's very, very important. I think it's very, very important that we start.
But it's also
painting this narrative the right way.
When we have young men like Don,
right,
and men that are in maybe your family friend circle,
right,
see Don,
mm-hmm.
then they know it's possible.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
And people, you know, the narrative right now around in Hollywood is the Nepo babies.
The what?
Nepo babies.
What is
Nepotism.
That? Oh, okay.
Nepotism.
Okay. Yeah.
But you also have to understand.
Right.
It's easy for the Nepo babies because they see it from their father.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
And they know.
Right.
That if I put in the work.
Yeah.
I can do it. Now, my dad may be Ice Cube. And he may be able to get me in the door. But it's my work that keeps me in the door.
See that, you know, can I tell you?
So if you see, if you know people and you see that this can happen, I think for some people, it kind of makes it easier for them to actually believe.
I think that the entire process of what you said is true, but I also think it's sad because I think that with us, that's the we got to run to where we got to run and jump and leap to where they can walk to. Because when you
Right.
start talking about us, it's we have to be not only the example that we want to be for ourselves, we have to be the example for others. We have to show that it's possible. You know what I'm saying? To
Right.
whereas with them, it's a foregone conclusion. Either you do or you don't.
That's the sad thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like with them, you either do or you don't. Like you know what I mean? Oh, you decided that's not what you want to do, or you want to be a mechanic. Hey, look, it is what it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is life. With us, when you got one that you place up on his pillar, what happens is that like it's that whole making it out the hood thing. And it's like, nigga, you ain't hood. Not everybody's hood. And that's the whole thing. We are so downtrodden. It's so beat down. I think that mentally the damage that we have taken as a people is worse than anything that could have ever physically done to us.
Yeah.
Ever. We had a place in 2023 where we gotta sit up here and second guess or even say even come to a conclusion before we know all the facts, because hey, that's just the optics that I see. That's what I see. I see in front of me, I know how the black father is not in the black son's life. And what I'm seeing at the top of the ranks where the majority are the other fathers are involved, it just seems like it takes place to me that, you know what I mean? It makes sense to me that they're not.
And the funny thing is when you say the optics, it's the same thing as the optics are more black people are on welfare.
Right.
When the reality is,
Yeah.
it's really more white people on welfare.
Of course.
But that's not what you see.
It's not what you see. That's not what you see.
And you can't make an informed decision if you do not have all the facts.
It's
And
systematic.
if you don't go looking for all the facts, then you definitely won't have an informed decision.
And I can't shit on
Or
everybody.
opinion.
I can't shit on people for having their opinion based upon the things that have happened in their lives and who they are and what they've seen. But the one thing that I can say is that a lot of times we got to dig deeper than what the surface level is.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why
People scratch the surface
yeah.
and they make a decision on what they just saw there. But
Right.
if you dig deeper,
Mm-hmm.
then you might find out something.
But
You
this is-
might know something.
But this is the reason why we
Might
have
learn
problems
something.
in our family structures. This is one of the reasons why it's you know what I mean, we're at the independence phase. This is one of the reasons why where I think that even our appreciation within ourselves for each other. See, I don't think that the problem is about the black man and the black woman not getting along, or us having the black woman up and coming and the black man not able to follow suit. You know what I mean? In that way, I think the problem what it is I think our misunderstanding comes in with our acceptance and our us coming to some sort of compromise. I think a lot of times we just don't see eye to eye and whatnot because we don't honor and cherish each other's position. And I think that a lot of times what happens is that I think it's a fight because of the fact that we're always battling. They made us that importance level. You know, I would say, you know what I mean, even in Hollywood and things like that, they say people who feel like it can only be one black person at a time, you know what I mean, at the top. That's the top dog. But if it's more than one, then it starts to seem a little odd and shit like that. And then what happens is you'll see one fall from grace, ergo Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan. You know what I mean? You'll see that type of situation happen. With us, it's like we just don't have that for some reason. That's something that's missing. That's the part that's damaged. When fuck if the relationship don't work out. You know what I'm saying? Can the relationship that people build with their children be honored with each other in the black community? Like, can the woman that decided she didn't want to be with the nigga no more because she just didn't want to be with him no more, can she still honor his position as a father?
She should be able to.
because I don't think that men have men. I don't think men really, until proven otherwise, and it should be either way. If you prove that you're a piece of shit, then you're a piece of shit as a man. You know what I mean? And as a father. But if you're doing everything that you can, a man never, until she proves otherwise, takes that position away from her
But that's
to
the
say that
thing,
she's being a good mom.
You should never, as a parent,
Mm-hmm.
no matter how you feel
Right.
about the other parent,
Mm-hmm.
that child
Right.
has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Let that child love her father. Let that boy
Yeah.
love his mother.
Right.
Whether you like me or not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, if I'm doing something to put the child in harm's way,
Right.
then do what you see fit
Right.
to protect your child.
Don't you think that comes from? Don't you think that comes from the division of it though? Don't you come? It comes from broken homes that actually set the precedence for this, because it's so much easier to be divisive when things are divided. If you are,
No.
it is. It's
No.
way easier.
I come from a home
Yeah.
where
Mhm.
I had both parents in the house,
Mm-hmm.
where they did not always see eye to eye.
Right.
They at each other's neck sometimes.
Yeah.
Parent been kicked out, let back in.
Right.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
But even though she may have pissed him off
Mm-hmm.
and he may have pissed her off,
Right.
they never talked to me about it. And
Right.
he never tried to make me feel some sort of way about my mother. My mother never made me try to feel some sort of way about him.
Right.
My father, as my mother will tell you in any given moment,
Right.
is my hero.
Yes.
Yes. Has he done some dumb shit? Yes.
Right.
Has he done some shit that I don't even know how or why it happened?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But you know what? What you
But
just
guess what?
Right. But you know what? That doesn't. You're the anomaly in that situation. That does not lend itself to being divisive, because at certain points they were not divided, and if it was a division, that was on their own accord. So then we start talking about the systematic side of a situation, when the real ass bitch give a fuck about a nigga type, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't really want a relationship or marriage, I just want the baby. Or the type of situation where y'all together but he fuck up or she fuck up and y'all split up. My thing is always going to be, how do you react in that realm? Because all of this, the reason why I'm bringing all this up, because all of this reverberates to the way that we see each other, even on the biggest of fucking stages. Even on the biggest of stages. These young men were granted opportunities that I know kids would
a lifetime.
kill for. Yes. You talking about, only 4% of kids actually that play high school ball actually play college ball.
Yeah.
And then 0.1% of those college ball players play pro ball. Dude. So when we start talking about in the majority, but 80% of the NFL is black. So now that's the catch-22. So now we are these people that come from these places that have made it above and beyond. We've made it past the odds. And on the biggest stage, when things could possibly be the way that we always dreamt they would be, we still have a thought in our mind. And that, to me, it comes from a systematic thing. That's an automatic. It brings a red flag up to me for somebody to even think about that at that portion of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it don't really matter, because, like I said, even if they're not together, I see mad moms and dads at the draft. See massive amounts of moms and dads at the draft. You know what I mean? I just think that we got to unlearn some shit. We have to unlearn some shit. And like I said before, it being systematic, it really has to do with the fact that there's an independence factor that comes into play. You know what I mean? Even when you're choosing somebody, you're going into it cautiously. That's why I always bring up the little goofy shit, like when I'm funny about it, to say that a woman can be with a man for fucking, you know what I mean? When Ty was here, when I'm saying that, a woman could be with a nigga for 20 years, but always have a bag packed at the door. You ain't leaving Charlie. You ain't leaving James. You with this nigga, and y'all got kids together. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's always because the system has given you an out. If you ever want to take that out, that's on you. But if you never take that out, It is
Well,
what
you know,
it is.
back in the day, divorce wasn't an option.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know,
And I'm not saying it shouldn't
if
be an
you
option.
if you go into marriage with, if this doesn't work out, then we can get divorced.
Right.
Then there's a 50-50 chance
Right.
this is not going to work out. But if you go into the thought process, if you go into marriage with the thought process that I'm going to do everything I can possible
When did the
to
vow?
hold myself accountable to make sure this works.
When did the vows become something under the sight of God? When did those vows start to become something
Words.
that are just words?
When did they become words and
Words,
not
right?
meanings?
Exactly. Because when you
the-
say better or for
I'm gonna
worse,
tell you when. I can tell you when.
all right, tell me that in a second. Better when you say better for worse,
Richer
sickness,
for
richer or for poor,
poorer
sickness and
and
in
in
health.
till
Death do us part. The reason why those lines are given is because it covers every aspect of the spectrum, for better
Everything that
or for worse,
Anything that could break you up.
richer or for
I
poor.
can tell you when it happened.
The whole thing is the majority of the relationships end because it has to do with being richer or for poor. When did it happen, Kelly?
When divorce became affordable.
Yowzer. When it became
divorce
affordable.
Became affordable.
Because the
You
system.
know how many people? If you look back, you know, I do my ancestry stuff,
Right.
and what I'm coming to find out on some things is
Right.
you'll see, and you know, I watch Dr. Gates on PBS.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, the father is not on the census, but they can't find a death certificate for him. So you know what he did? He left. He started a family somewhere else. Why? Because divorce wasn't affordable. So instead of divorcing you,
Yeah.
I just relocated.
Right.
I went to the store to get some cigarettes and never came back again.
Right.
And just started a whole new family elsewhere.
Right.
And I can't remember which celebrity I saw that's exactly what happened. Is that the father went elsewhere. And just looking at just the last couple of shows that I've seen.
Right.
Like Julia Roberts. Her technically is not a Roberts at all.
Okay.
Because somebody
Was fucking round.
somebody was juggling.
Okay. Right.
And so
Mm-hmm.
they used the grandmothers or great grandmothers or whatever
Yeah.
husband's last name.
Right.
But that's not who she had children with. Because he had disappeared.
I got some stories about that myself.
And then she moved on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a black thing.
It's not a black thing.
It's not a black thing.
But I think that.
it's a thing.
But you know what the crazy thing about it is?
It's
that
I can't afford a divorce whether I'm white, black, Puerto Rican, Asian.
But listen, and I can understand that portion of it, and we can end on this. The thing is, the reason that I bring it to the black people is because a lot of this shit, these standards and these things that, mind you, we only got about 100 or so years underneath our belt with this shit. This is a new nuance to us because this is a different way of living from where we originated from.
Right.
So the way that things are here and us being acclimated to them, we did things in one way, and then quickly, just as quick as that, between generations, it got flipped on its ear. Then there were other things that were introduced, whether it was drugs, whether it was crime, whether it was, you know what I mean? You know, the systematic thing, and I'm not attributing it all to the systematic side of it, but what I am saying is that we evolve with the options that we have.
Right.
You know what I mean? People in general, but black people, everything, because most of us come from a place where we haven't had it like that. A lot of us are now looking at it like, yo, we got to get in where we fit in to get the newest and the latest and be upper tier because we tired of living down here. And unfortunately, what that's starting to do is starting to individualize us more than it brings us together. We're still procreating. We just not procreating for the right reasons, and we not together for the right reasons. And once that door is open,
You know how many people
boom.
are procreating just because
Yeah,
they happen to have sex with somebody?
exactly. Or the ones that just say, I don't want to be with the nigga, I just want a baby.
Right.
It's
But,
a
and
tough...
that's the thing, is like you don't the dumbest stuff that I've heard, he's cute, I want to have his baby. Okay, he's cute.
Right.
That don't mean your baby gonna be cute.
That don't mean your baby gonna
Because-
be smart either.
One, it doesn't mean one doesn't mean your baby's gonna be smart.
Yeah.
Two, it doesn't mean your baby's gonna be cute because he has the DNA of his mother and father. And you have the DNA of your mother and father.
Yep.
Nobody says that those DNAs are going to come together and make a cute baby.
And especially if you got your face and your body done.
Especially
Because that baby gonna look like the original you. And that original you wasn't the shit. Like
Oh
some
my
of y'all
God.
some of y'all need to come to terms with the original you.
I
wasn't the shit.
I know you saw it. It was an Asian man who divorced his wife
Right.
after the kids came out.
Why?
Because the kids looked like her before the work was done.
See?
And it was an interesting looking situation.
Yeah, it was.
But she had so much work done
Yep.
to, I guess, appease him to be to
Yeah.
be what she knew that he would want or whatever.
Ladies.
But when them kids came out,
Ladies, the BBL does not change. The BBLs and facelifts do not change your eggs. They don't change your eggs.
Makeup
Your
are
genetic
the
makeup,
same.
your eggs is the same. So the fat girl that you erased from all the fucking old Instagram posts when you was the fat ugly bitch, guess what? That chick's still there. She's still inside of you somewhere, and guess what? She lives in your DNA. She lives in your eggs, and if you procreate, she's gonna live in your children.
Oh,
Just
Lord,
food for thought.
I can't.
Hand clap on that. That was a hell of a discussion. I like that. TV. We discuss TV entertainment. Get out of here. What you doing on TV? TV, you watching anything right now?
Mrs. Jones is on Peacock.
It's on Peacock. All right, I'm gonna have to check
So
that.
it's a nun
Okay.
who there's this, I don't want to say it's like Google,
Oh yeah, I think I did.
but
Okay.
there is an entity,
Oh shit.
which I think it may be like AI or something.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure. I'm only on episode 5.
It's not like a
out of
ghost.
8.
It's like a ghost.
No, it's not a
Okay.
ghost.
Okay.
But she's kind of hired this nun
Right.
to find the Holy Grail.
That's a lot. That's a lot
And-
going on.
The thing is, it can attack like whoever is close to you with a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
It can tap into you
Right.
and say, I have a message from. She wants to talk to you.
All right, that sounds good. I might have to check that out. Is that episodic or is it
Yes.
like? Oh, okay.
I believe it's 8 episodes.
Oh, okay.
So I'm on episode 5. It's kind of crazy, but
Speaking of
it's
Peacock,
interesting.
did you watch Bel Air yet?
No.
You ain't started yet. The season finale was yesterday.
I know.
It was the other day, and I watched it, and it's marvelous. The entire. So now you have time before the third season comes up, probably a year or so, where you can get yourself in gear and please watch it. I just don't understand what the problem is. Like, what's the problem with not watching Bel Air? You can sit down and watch that Tyrese interview on R&B Money, and then you can go ahead and sit down.
R&B money.
And you can sit down there and you can watch that goddamn Peacock. And slide the Kanye doc in there while you at it.
Won't be doing that.
Yes, it's ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really have any thing in TV. There was a movie that was, oh yeah, I want to see this. I hope it comes out on. I wish it came out on Peacock at the same time. The new Evil Dead. I want to see that.
Sorry. Husband sues ugly wife and wins a pretty ugly divorce settlement.
He won.
He won.
Holy shit! Shout out to the Asian king that said fuck this shit. Oh yeah, you not thorough at all. Like that's wow. She got her eyes done too.
She got everything done.
Oh, see, that's what I'm
She
saying,
got
ladies.
implants right around here, around her chin,
Ladies,
to fill it out.
ladies,
Yeah.
it lives in your DNA. You cannot fool God. You can't fool God. You can't fool him.
The Chinese man that divorced his wife then sued her for being ugly.
That's crazy.
After the wife had their children, the man was apparently appalled by the child's looks. He became suspicious the wife may have had an affair because the baby didn't resemble either of them.
Yeah.
The wife later confessed to having plastic surgery.
You know what type of
After seeing what the woman looked like prior to surgery, the man who claimed to have been so in love with her became disgusted. In 2012, he filed a lawsuit claiming she tricked him and married her under false pretenses. The male judge apparently sympathized with the husband. Feng won and was awarded $120,000. There are reports claiming the once ugly wife spent $100,000 on plastic surgery.
Yo.
See video attached. There's certainly a difference, but I've always heard beauty is only skin deep. No word on
To the
custody.
bone.
No,
Ugly to the bone, though.
no word on custody and support of child. Apparently, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but not in the DNA.
Beauty can't be in the eye of the beholder if you get your eyes done. See, this is what the fuck I'm talking about.
What you gonna see?
Huh?
What you gonna see?
No, or yeah, I mean either way, you
Change
know
what
what I'm
you
saying?
see.
It's only an eye of the beholder if you go blind. Like that's the whole point. My thing is always gonna be this. Y'all need to stop fooling these niggas. And that's what it is. It's a lot of fucking trickery and a lot of bullshit going on. Hey, ladies.
This is natural face.
You're not going to trick.
This is natural cheeks.
You're not going to trick
This
your
is
way into a
natural
husband.
too, back here.
That's why these niggas that be out here, first and foremost, you know what type of balls it takes as a man to look at your pause. But no, it do. To look at your own fucking children and be like, bitch.
They don't look like me. They don't look like you.
Bitch, these kids definitely, where was you at? Now I see my chin a little bit in there and whatnot. I can understand it.
Who did you fuck?
Bitch, these kids ugly. I need a DNA test. Like to say that my kids is ugly. My own fucking kids. And then go through with a lawsuit to be like, first and foremost.
And one.
But see, the reason why I say men are inherently petrified of their women. Fucking terrified of their women. This Chinese man sat down and had a conversation with his wife. Said, listen here, lady. We've been building
something. Did you have a divorce? Did you cheat on me?
Yeah, like exactly.
Why? Because they don't look like me.
They don't. No. It ain't.
They don't look like you. They don't look like me.
And this is the thing. It ain't like they're a different shade or nothing like that. Bitch, they ugly. These fucking kids is ugly. And that's another thing, wasn't it? Imagine, you know what? As tough as black men are, I know niggas that have done 20 years in jail. That if they would have had an ugly ass kid, they still been around gorillas and killers. Fought for their life. Protected their manhood on a regular basis. And these black men that I know would not sit in front of their lovely wife and say, bitch, something wrong. Them kids ugly. We need to check this shit out. I mean, just think about it, though.
Audacity of it.
I mean, honestly, do you know any men? I don't give a fuck if a nigga. I know niggas that's killers that have killed people that wouldn't sit in front of their wife and be like, man, that motherfucker ugly. No, I know it's my kid. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm that nigga. What? Why is my baby ugly like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, and you need to start explaining some shit right away.
Explain it, Lucy.
I'm gonna tell you something. Now it's starting. I understand why Genghis Khan and all of them took over the world. Because there's a different type of heart that come from Asia, man, to do some shit like that. That's a different type of heart. I don't know nobody. I don't know no African man. I don't know no African American man. I don't know no man from the Spanish countries. I don't know no European men that would actually tell a wife, hey, listen, this fucking baby's ugly, and we need to figure out exactly why. And then find out, like, you know why? Imagine what happened when he came to the conclusion. He was like, oh, I know the reason why. I know exactly. Oh, my damn, that's the kids? Oh, well, yeah, nigga, that's a dead giveaway. Ooh, the one on the end, that little nigga, like, he got hit in the face with a shovel. I'm sorry, Lord. I don't even talk about people's kids. That nigga different. Yo, come on, man. We ain't gonna drop these ugly kids off to me and whatnot, especially if they perfectly normal. Like if it's a handicap or something that they got, I can understand. You know what I mean? That's different. But you ain't just gonna come bring me ugly children and then me not, trying to figure out exactly why they look a little weird. What the fuck, man? What's wrong with his nose bridge? His eyebrows, his chin. You know what I'm saying? He got the crimson chin. That shit's fucked up, man.
Not the crimson chin.
Shout out, man. Shout out to all the ugly people out there, though. And shout out to the girls that used to be ugly that made themselves better. I'm just telling you, if you was ugly before and you recreating, or shout out, you know what it is? Not even the ones that did the work. Shout out to the ugly ones that wear mad makeup. You see the motherfuckers doing the tutorials. Them chicks is butt ass. They look like they got hit by a nuclear acid or some shit like that. It's bad. That's bad. I don't even want to see that. And the baby even ugly. And that's a goddamn shame. When the baby ugly, this is what I'm talking about. They got a little baby and the baby ugly too. The baby ugly.
Anybody looks it up, you look at the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that Asian people have a distinctive eye situation.
Yeah.
But the eyes that the mother got cosmetically done,
mm-hmm.
and looking at the father of what he just looks like, there's no way that the children no.
You fooled me, bitch.
I can understand why he had.
Now here's the biggest question. Did he know that she got work done?
No, that's what.
Oh,
that's what the thing was.
You dirty heifer.
Because that's why he sued her, because she got $100,000 worth of work done before they met, and he sued her for marrying him under false pretenses.
Yup, and this is exactly what happened. I bet you the moment that's gonna happen soon.
Because look at his face, look at his eyes.
He's a nice looking Asian man.
He's a nice looking Asian guy.
Yep.
But he doesn't have.
I ain't got the ugly ass features.
He doesn't have like the thin slanted eyes.
Yeah.
And then she doesn't have it either.
She looks like a
after
porcelain
being
fucking doll.
cosmically
Yep.
done.
Wow.
But then you turn around.
Did you say cosmically done?
Well, cosmetically.
Well, the kids look like they got hit by a meteor. So
I'm not saying nothing about the kids.
So,
all I'm saying
no, you're not saying nothing about the kids?
Nope.
So you're not gonna say them kids ugly? Them kids ain't ugly?
I'm just gonna say
Are them kids ugly?
The father, who I think probably maybe has some other heritage behind him because he has eyelids.
That nigga look like Lou Diamond Phillips. Like he's a good. Who he look like? He looked like one of them dudes that was on the Raid Redemption. He looks like one of them guys. He's a nice looking Asian man.
None of the children have eyelids, where the mother and the father do. So he's trying to figure out how my babies don't have eyelids.
Let me see that for a second. Let me see something right real quick. Oh, they blurred the face out of one of them. That's fucked up.
Well, go in the back. Go in the bottom and just go back.
Oh, all right.
You see the other pictures.
This one right here. This little nigga right here.
The baby.
Not the baby.
Or the
not
teen boy.
The teen. Oh my damn. Yo, bro. Are you kidding me? Oh yeah. Oh hell no.
Yeah, we gonna fight.
I'm about to beat her the fuck up.
We gonna fight.
Like, because you knew, like, and here's the thing about it. He gave, the little girl. Oh my gosh. The little girl looked like the Ring chick. Looked like the Grudge. Oh my gosh.
I don't think she has any eyebrows, does she?
None of them got eyebrows, except the parents. You dirty heifer. See, listen, don't be fooled,
that's
gentlemen.
why he won the lawsuit.
Hey, and here's another thing, guys. Let me tell you something. If your woman, and I listen, ain't nothing wrong. I like thicker women too. I'm just telling you right now. But all the shit that's going on.
Every thick ain't real.
Not only every thick ain't real, every thick didn't just get thick. Some of them used to be fat. And you get you a woman that got the gastric and got her whole situation flipped and she got the skin removed and all that, she can come to you on some brand new shit. And if she come to you on some brand new shit and her family is genetically predisposed to being like my 1,000-pound life ass chicks, you know what I mean? Like some TLC type moves. And you wondering, maybe the kids coming out in a way that you didn't think they would come out. I'm just telling you, you can't hide this shit. You got to know what you're getting into. You got to know. You got to know what you're getting into. Listen, I'm fat. This is my gene. I'm fat, right? Now I'm one of the fatter people in my family.
Skinny, but her mama and daddy is kind of thick.
Listen, my wife knew what she was getting into
wait.
with me. My wife knew what she was getting into me. She knew she was gonna have some big ass kids. Me ain't know my son was gonna be that goddamn big, but that's good for him and good for us. But you knew what you was getting into, like Vladimir Klitschko, Hayden Panettiere.
Oh,
Hayden Panettiere is shorter than you.
yeah.
She gave birth to like an 11-pound baby. That motherfucker is huge.
Yeah.
Vladimir Klitschko is 6'6", 280 pounds. He's a heavyweight boxer.
Yeah.
She knew what she was getting into.
Yeah.
You just know what you're
He
getting
had
into.
custody of that baby, don't he?
Yeah, because she done lost her goddamn mind. I don't know what's up with her.
I don't know. She
Save the cheerleader, save the world.
that used to
Whatever.
be my show.
Oh, man. Well, this has been fun. This has been fun.
It has been fun.
So what you getting into rest of the week?
I have a birthday dinner this evening
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm going to go get a haircut.
for my niece. I may get my nails done. I may do a little self-care.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I hear that. I'm going to get my haircut, and I might just come back and take a motherfucking nap.
hey.
My man was supposed to be doing something to AC tonight, but I don't think I'm driving over to AC for that. I just can't. I don't feel like doing it, and I don't feel like spending no money. You know what I'm saying?
Feel me.
Yeah, I just don't feel like spending no money.
Feel me. I don't feel like spending money.
Oh, car update. My car's been totaled out because the shit broke down. Did I tell that on the air that the shit broke down after it was
No.
stolen?
No.
Yeah, my car broke down after it was
Because
stolen.
that's what we was talking about. Like, how you going to be all nice to it
Mm-hmm.
and steal it? So.
And it broke down right when I drove it away from the goddamn body shop.
Damn.
So they came, scooped it back up, and the insurance company came through, totaled the shit out. So, you know what I'm saying? Now I got to figure out a way to get a new wheel. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to I paid the car off, so I don't know if I want another note. I don't know what I want to do. So I'm going to figure some shit out. More than likely, I'm probably figure it out this weekend. You know what I mean? This weekend or this week coming up. You know what I'm saying? You know, do I want...
Have you been looking?
I've been looking,
Is
but
there anything that...
me and the wife have two different objectives.
Right.
The wife wants to move into luxury. I said, you want to move into luxury. Luxury takes maintenance.
Right. We ain't in luxury.
Maintenance is
And
expensive.
luxury costs just because those
a
are
whole lot.
out of the country. First of all, they're out of the country pieces.
Mm-hmm,
So let's just say before 2020,
yeah,
it cost a grip for out of the country pieces.
yeah,
After 2020,
it's all crazy.
it's not even the cost. It's about the pipeline to
Mm-hmm.
even getting the piece here.
That's why they,
Unless the piece is already on American soil.
yeah, and
don't know.
most of them are not. Most
Yeah.
of them are not, and it sucks and it takes that long. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Like I
do want an
a Hon-
SUV.
If I have a Honda now,
Mm-hmm.
but I tell you that, you know, should anything happen to this Honda,
Yeah.
right about now, whatever car
Mm-hmm.
is next is going to be an American car because I know at least
Yeah.
that piece is here somewhere.
See, me personally, I don't want to buy a car in
My dad
cash.
would flip.
I don't want to buy a car in cash. The reason why it is because when you buy a car from a dealership, at least you know that you have some sort of warranty involved.
Yeah.
And I don't just want to buy it off a lot because, you know what I mean, the car has to in order to stand up to the money that I got paid out for it, it's going to have to last at least 3 years.
Okay.
And without any major problems. And I just don't see that happening. So I'm going to try to find something where I can get at least a 2-3 year warranty on it. You know, man, it's always something. Plus, the Mr. Know-It-All podcast and the Know-It-All network still needs to grow. And that money will burn a whole fucking hole in my pocket. And I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to get this space. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm about to say fuck all that and eat that fucking car note and go do what I got to do about this. Yes, it's us. That's my camera. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Shout out to everybody. Everybody, I love you dearly, but get with us on IG at Mr_Know-It-All_pod, the Facebook fan page, Mr. Know-It-All podcast fan page, Mr. Know-It-All podcast on TikTok, and please
Don't stop.
send us all your fuckery, duckery, and all of the schmuckery over to the Gmail account at MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com. That's MrKnowItAllPod@gmail.com.
Mr. Know-It-All.
Yes.
Next week we're recording episode
The 150.
150.
So that means we have to make calls today because I wanted that to be the Never Ever Have I episode.
Yes. We
All
need
right.
to make calls. So that may either need to be a Friday night or a Saturday night to make sure
Yeah.
that the people that want to be involved
Are able to
can
be involved.
be involved.
Absolutely. So we coming at you, episode 150. It was going to be the next episode, and we coming at you with something special. We absolutely going to get that together. So we're going to start making some calls.
Went the wrong way.
So
I'm scared. Fuck.
no. It's just
Fuck.
sometimes we have to learn lessons, man. We have to learn lessons. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Does it bother you that the pumpkin always has a sexual connotation to it? Because before, when it's full, you pumpkin it. It's a pumpkin. And then when you hollow it out, it's now a jack-o'-lantern. Get it pumped, Jack. I'm here all week, folks. And now it's time to say
decide to leave him
goodbye
with me all the time.
to
Why?
all my Negro friends.
My Lord.
Oh, man. Just get your pumpkins and your jack-o'-lanterns.
I can't.
Keep
I
pumping
don't
until you
understand.
jack
I don't.
o' lantern.
I don't understand.
Love y'all to death, man. It's been episode 149. Holla at y'all later. On behalf of myself, I'm Mr. Know-It-All. That's Kelly Q, the Qster. Peace.
Well, you shouldn't be such a smart mouth, Mr. Know-It-All.